Hey guys, we're going to do this homework assignment, partitioning a segment, and I'm actually going to show you where this assignment is. Okay, so here I've got my Canvas opening, and here's the assignment. You were asked to choose a method, take notes, and then complete the worksheet below. So the first one uses a formula, the second one actually uses a diagram, and for 20 points you complete this partitioning worksheet. So you're going to open that up, and it should look like that, okay? Now you might be wondering, well, how should I have gotten there? So let's take a look. If you're like, oh, I can't find this assignment, well, remember we kind of went back. So if we go to modules, this was actually a review. So I got topic 0, I can fold that up. If I did 1-1, 1-2, and then 1-3, here's this partitioning a segment video assignment. See, right there, 20 points. So that's how I got to the assignment. That's one way. And then I'm going to upload my notes. So taking a look, I watched the videos, and I took a little bit of notes. I watched the first video, and then I actually watched the second video and noticed that a lot of this stuff was the same. But you really only need to watch one of the videos. Okay, so let's get to the work. So here's the first problem here, right? And we want to make sure we write our name on our paper. And it says, complete the following. Plot and label the points. Show your work to find the points. Plot the solution to verify correctness. And then write your solution as an ordered pair. Okay, so that looks like this, x comma y. So this is what our answers are going to look like. So try to make sure that those are obvious to me so I can check them. All right, now taking a look, we've got, it says given point A is -1, 2. Okay, so -1, 2 is point A. And point B is 7, 8. 7, 8. Okay, so that's point B. Now we're going to use this anything straight to make sure we got a straight line there. And it says partition the line in a ratio 1-3. Now we know that partition means to divide from the video and from the last class, divide this line into parts. So that's kind of what we first have to decide is, well, how many parts? Well, when I think about this, I want to go on a journey, and it says from A to B. So from A to B, I want to go on a journey with 1 unit with 3 left to go. Well, that's a total of 4. Do you notice that? If I want to go on a journey 1 unit with 3 left to go, that's going to be 4. So if you watched the formula video, they consider the first number A and the second B. To find the total parts, I just add those together, A plus B. So to go on a journey 1-3 means cut the journey into 4 equal parts. Okay, now, depending on if you've watched the first or the second video, if the second one just says, okay, figure out what the x is and cut it into 4 equal parts, and then figure out the y and cut that into 4 equal parts, trace over that dot. And that's kind of the same one we figured out. Now, it actually looks like maybe 4 equal parts are going to be halves of coordinates. So for this question, maybe the first video using a precise formula would be more exact, but this is basically our guess. Probably something like 1, 3 or 1, 3.5 is what we think our answer is. So using the first video, they gave us a very precise way of calculating the x coordinate. And a very precise way of calculating the y coordinates. They said you can use this formula and it will give you the precise answer. So let's just copy this down from our notes. Okay, and this is going to give me an answer that's a coordinate. This being our x coordinate, and this being our y coordinate, and then that will be my location. So, taking a look at the coordinates they gave me, this one would be our first x coordinate, right? So I'm going to fill that in. This is what I'll call x1, y1, our first coordinate, and x2, y2, our second coordinate. Now let's plug this in. So I labeled the -1, x1, and a and b are 1 and 3, right? So 1 over 1 plus 3. x2 is 7, so 7 minus -1. That's our x1 coordinate again. So let's clean this up. Says -1 plus, and 1 over 1 plus 3. Yeah, we already said that was a fourth. So that's kind of like the second video where they said, think about how far you have to go in the x, and we want to go a quarter of the way there. So cut that into 4 equal pieces, that location, right? So that the formula way and this way is actually the same way. It's just another same outcome. All right, so 1 times 8 divided by 4 is 2. So I end up getting -1 plus 2, which is 2. No, hold on. Which is 1. Okay, so that's the first part of our x coordinate. Looking good. And that's consistent with what we thought. We thought if I went on a journey here in the x and cut that into 4 equal pieces, that this, the coordinate 1 would be a fourth of the way there in the x. Now let's focus on the y. So the y values are 2 and 8. So y1 is 2. Still a over a plus b is the same. y2 is 8, and we subtract the y1. All right, so cleaning this up, we want to go a quarter of the way there, and we win a total of 6. So that's, if you did it the video 2 way, this is 6, and if you cut that in 4s, notice that's about 1.5 of the way there. 1.5 is 1/4 of the way there. So let's finish our math here. 1 times 6 divided by 4 is actually 1.5. Okay, so that is where we're getting this half from. And then that would be 3.5. Okay, so final answer, we have a coordinate 1, 3.5. Now let's plot that in to see if it makes sense. 1, 3.5, that looks perfect. 1 with 3 equal left to go. That's the partition 1 to 3. All right, let's do another one. It's same thing, but slightly different. We're going to ratio 5 to 1. So that is a total of 6 equal pieces we're going to cut it in. And I want a over a plus b. That's how far I want to go. So 5 over a plus b is 6. So I want to go 5/6 of the way there. All right, so let's plot this. 2, 4, 2, 4, and 8, 10. 8, 10. Beautiful. Now using a straight edge, that's the journey we want to go. So just kind of doing a little planning. I want to cut this in 6 equal pieces, and I want to go 5/6 of the way there. So I'm anticipating it's somewhere right about here. So if you're pretty precise in your drawing, you could probably guess that location, but let's use the exact formula to be sure. So here's our formula, right? We already have this value, that fraction. I want to go 5/6 of the way there, and then subtract the 2 x coordinates. And then I've got my y coordinate, and I want to go 5/6 of the way there and subtract the 2 y coordinates. And that's going to give me my answer. So here's my x and my y. So I have 2 plus 5/6, and that's 8 minus 2. And this is 4, 5/6 of the way there. And y2 is 10, y1 is 4. All right. So that's 6. That's 6. So 5 times 6 divided by 6 is just the number 5. And 5 times 6 divided by 6 is this number 5 again. So I'm pretty close. I got my final answer, 7, 9. Now let's look to see if this works. 7, 9. Ooh, that's exactly where we found it earlier. That's exactly where we thought was 5, 6 of the way there. Cut it in 5 equal pieces with 1 left to go. Beautiful job, guys. Check out the next video for the next few